Aloha and welcome back to the Lava Channel. This is Market Wrap, Friday, July 14th, 2023. Today, the market played along as we expected, with the sentiment and the inflation numbers coming in, dampening a pre-market rally that was kind of caused by the bank earnings. They put on good gains and then gave a boost before those numbers came out. So BlackRock also beat their second quarter earnings expectations, and they're still buying everything that's going on sale. They are kind of an arm of manipulation for the Federal Reserve as well on the independent side. JP Morgan Chase rose 0.4% after the banking giant posted second quarter earnings and revenue. They beat their forecasts. Of course, they saw a surge in profit thanks to higher interest rates and also their acquisition of First Republic Bank. So they bought them for pennies on the dollar, and now they're getting all their higher interest loans that uh, they had pulled from that bank. So back to the markets, they finished mixed. The Dow is nicely green. The MMRI is currently at 237.6. And I'd like to give a special shout out to all of Greg's lions that followed me here. Thank you for that. The MMRI is a Mannarino market risk indicator, indicating that risk actually has come down quite a bit in the past day or two. The dollar gained a bit of relative strength, and that also kind of caused stock prices to fall in the market for some of the other areas. The 10-year yield, we're watching that. So after 5 days of dropping, it appears they're allowing it a bit of a recovery here. It's showing a lot of instability. So we're going to keep our eyes, of course, on that 10-year yield. Cryptocurrencies corrected down from their blast up yesterday on the SEC news. Hopefully, some of you took profits on that. Right now, Bitcoin, right about that 30,000 level, we're watching to see if it holds. That is a major support. We'll see what happens. Silver gained a bit today, but crude closed lower, and gold was pretty flat. Oil and energy could possibly be a trade for next week. A couple of things going on with that. The heat waves hitting, we'll watch that. And then also, it looks like their control is slipping a bit again. And war or conflict is usually a tool they use to distract and then also regulate the economy. So we've got more of these things going on with the China tensions and North Korea. North Korea actually showed up at the UN, which is kind of unheard of. But with everything going on, I expect that war machine to kind of get put back into use, and that will have its effect on crude. In the meantime, with that market sentiment, one of the things I would like to bring up, amongst all these banks making tons of money, workers in more sectors, this is UPS having talks there on strike. There's also more airline strikes set to start happening. And this is over the earnings kind of wages gap because it's not covering the cost of living. So regardless of their sentiment that everybody thinks that everything is wonderful and the economy is working, we know better because they wouldn't be striking if they thought everything was wonderful. So again, the reality and mainstream news are completely disconnected. So that being the markets for today, I'm going to wish you all a wonderful week. And I would like to give a special shout out to George Venner. He had the best idea of the day. His quote on food: "I know you can donate to food banks and food charity. They need help. So many people come through each day, and it's back at COVID levels, even in Dallas, Texas area. That's doing better than most of the world." George, you're absolutely correct. Thank you for bringing this up. Just want to let you know this is an actionable item if you're able to, and you can donate to your food banks. We've got just homelessness, as I said this morning, skyrocketing. So with that, I'll get a video out on Sunday for the next week ahead. We're going to cover some of the things that we're going to be expecting. And I will be doing morning market takes while Greg is in his process of moving across the country. I don't think I'll be doing aftermarket wraps except on Fridays. I don't think anybody wants to hear from me twice a day. I appreciate you being here as it is. But I do think it's important to do those morning market takes so that we can all be prepared for what's going on with that, well, morning in the US on the East Coast, wherever it is, wherever you are. Greg does a tremendous amount of work, and I haven't quite built up to the video streaming as a process yet. There's just no way anyone could ever replace the one and only Manarino. But I'm so thankful that we can be here as Lions, and I will do my best to keep us on the right side of this. I'm also planning on setting up a Twitter account this weekend, and that might be easier for some of you. I hope so. I can keep up with short things going on as I catch them. That being said, we are here together. It's Friday. I wish you all a beautiful weekend and want to remind you, as he would say, remember to love each other, care about each other, and be charitable. It is really needed now. Thank you all again. And until next time, stay free.